flex. The live was 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. You already know what time it is, man. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I told y'all I won't be going live on YouTube, but I've gotten way too many. Y'all contacted me. I don't know what's difficult. They're like, what's going on YouTube? I said, yo, I'm on Rumble. So I guess I got to do it like this now. I'm going to go live on YouTube for like about 20 minutes. 30 if I'm nice. After that, I'm shutting down the YouTube and we're going to continue on Rumble. That's why I got the link pinned at the top. So while you're here, click the link that is pinned. That's the Rumble account where we take the gloves off. All right. I had mad people emailing me. Yo, where you at? You all right? I'm fine. I'm live on Rumble. Let's do this roll call. Bernard Gilbert, Mark Wunderlich, Mac of the South, Coach in the building. Salute, Bionic Prince, Steve L. the Mac, Naquan, what up? No Smoke in the building, my brother. Salute, Tay Tay, Steve L. the Mac, Andrew Gray, iRock, LPRN, salute. Y'all smash the like button. Welcome down, Van Houder in the building. Y'all make sure y'all like the video, share the video. Let's run the numbers up. Feel me? And y'all make sure y'all get over there on Rumble where we're going to finish the show out. There's a lot to unpack, but it's actually quite simple. Tim Harmon, salute. Del Rev in the building. There's a lot to unpack, but it's actually quite simple. Detroit in the building. What's a bad stoppage? Some of you may know. Some of you that's been around as long as we have. Y'all see some crap. But what's a bad stoppage? Oh, I got a lot. Look, we're going to talk about last night. But y'all see the meme I have moving up here? You know, I ran out and got the pic of Meldrick Taylor and Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. K-Rod, salute. Y'all know I had to run out and get that pic. Because a lot of you either don't know. I watched this live and I said, what is he doing? Why would you do that? Those circumstances was worse. Because Meldrick clearly could have finished the fight. And if he finishes the fight, he wins. 704 Joe in the building. I got the scorecards. I'm going to put them up in a second. I'm going to show you something. Tone in the building. Salute. But we're going to discuss what's a bad stoppage. What is it? And I'm already reading conflicting stuff. They was like, yo, you know, Usyk he wins by stoppage, but it's a bad stoppage. It was. See, people that keep it cut and dry like that, they don't want to look at the factors that led up to that. And what's at stake and what's being promoted, what's being thrown on our face. And thanks to what we saw last night, y'all not going to like this. And as usual, I don't care. Tonight, we're going to reevaluate everything we know about Usyk. And we're going to break it down because you know what? For a long time, he's been spoken in the same sentence as Evander Holyfield. Y'all got to stop that shit now. Stop now. Just stop it. He's not that. He is not that. No. No. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Because what I saw last night, let me tell you, could Rico compete today? You know what I said on my post-fight last night? I said, you know, Rico gets knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Oh, Drew, how when Usyk styled on AJ? Well, we know styles make fights. But the first thing I said when I saw, I think like round 2 or 3, this dude was running in with his head down, and Usyk popped him with the uppercut early in the fight. And I said, you know, AJ got a monster uppercut. He does that to AJ. AJ gonna fly his head through the roof. King Kong Ortiz beat Rico ass. There's a lot of fighters that'll beat his ass. The guy's a kickboxer, hell of an athlete. And I said it on Stormy's show earlier. Did Usyk win the fight or did Rico lose the fight? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? Rico made a mistake and he paid for it. He paid for it. But if he don't make that mistake, we go into round 12. And I'm still wondering, does he win the fight? Because I'm going to show y'all those scorecards. I don't know what fight 2 of those judges was watching, but good God. Good God. What was going on? It's boxing, y'all. But we're going to reevaluate Usyk in a minute. I'll save that for Rumble. But we're going to talk about what's a bad stoppage. Stormy, you up, brother?
You know, there's so much. Salute everybody. Salute to the family in the chat. Salute to those peepers and deceivers, the ops. Y'all know who you are. I ain't gonna soil your show with my real feelings about that kind of stuff, so I'll try to keep it on the subject. Anyway, yeah, thank goodness for participants in the sport like Rico Verhoeven, because you need someone to test the waters and give revelations of people when they try to circumvent the routes that will be defining for them. In other words, when there's a moment to step up to the plate of opportunity, to prove who you are, prove what your merit is and everything, there are those in life who are ready to grasp the glass chase by the neck, by the hilt. Then there are others who would rather allow you to accredit them, to pat them on the back and tell them how much of a star they are and this and that, but they still haven't done those things. And sometimes when they're trying to avoid the obvious, a fighter like Rico will come in and give the type of performance that exploits the holes and gaps.
That's right.
That person has in their abilities, their ability to resolve, make adjustments, to go for it, all of those kind of qualities that will basically define them and give you a chance. You and I were just talking behind the scenes, and we were talking about Evander Holyfield when he went from being the undisputed cruiserweight champion to the #1 heavyweight contender in all 3 sanctioning bodies. It was 3 at the time when he was in the heavyweight division competing. And there were all sorts of heavyweights out there that could really show and prove he being a real legitimate heavyweight. And the sentiment was he was a blown up cruiserweight. I had remarked to you, I said, after his fight with Riddick Bowe, they stopped calling him a blown up cruiserweight, because Evander was 6'2.5", 208 pounds. He had a wide torso, muscled torso, but still had smaller legs, but he was good on his feet. And calling him a blown up cruiserweight because he lifted weights and he trained with Lee Haney, the bodybuilder.
One of the goats.
Later with Chaz, was it Chaz Johnson, who also worked with Haney, to keep his heavyweight weight on, because oftentimes when he wasn't fighting, his weight would go back down to closer to cruiserweight,
right?
Until he started getting older. There were moments where he was tested. Could he take a shot? Could he give a shot? If he got hurt, what would happen? If he got knocked down, would he get up? You see, all of these things with guys that you want to accredit today's boxing of being great, some of them haven't faced any of that.
Nope.
And some have faced a couple of those things and didn't persevere. And some still faced that and got labeled something as a result of what they faced. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you passing around so easily the merit of somebody being an all-time great?
Look at the era we're in. Do it in basketball, they do it in baseball, they do it in boxing. The NBA today is unwatchable.
You got guys trying to compare, and I will say it, people don't want to hear this. You're trying to compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan?
It's not even close, bro.
Man, go
not even close.
Your butt down somewhere. We're talking about character at the end of the day, because character will mold who the individual is. And everything that they face on the outskirts of that, they will have to show resolve. They will have to show the knack and ability to overcome, to resolve problems, issues, to become trailblazers and trendsetters. And we're not talking about trend setting, oh, he wearing that, that's fly. But when you look at a guy who understands, you used the NBA a moment ago as an example. Jordan and his teams that he played on, and we're talking about before he started winning championships, he understood the game so well that he said, you know what? I got to put the team on my back. We got to win this game. And Jordan would take the ball to the basket and sacrifice his body, get fouled, so he could stop the clock, put points on the clock, put points on the board by scoring free throws. No time clicking, points are adding up per possession. Guys are fouling out or getting in foul trouble. Sometimes it's some of the team's best defenders or best player opposite. And Jordan would do these things without the coach telling him. But he understood the game. He understood what it took to win. Sometimes they pull the game out with a last-second shot because he brought it close enough where all he needed was the opportunity to take the winning shot. Some guys don't want to take the winning shot. Some guys will try to take the winning shot knowing damn well they can't shoot. They should have been giving it to somebody else. And you lose. Learning to win, learning to be victorious, learning to overcome is a process. No one is born knowing these things. But life has to take you through transitions for you to elevate. Some people hit a ceiling, and that's as far as they go. Others will continue to break through new frontier, and all you could do is look up. Man, I remember when he was right here. Now he's up there. We're 20 years beyond him playing in the game.
Fucking God, bro.
And guess what? All of his peers, even the guys who didn't like him, they saying, you know what? That sucker, man, he was the most difficult thing night in and night out. And don't talk to him. Because if you're talking smack to him in the game, he really gonna turn it up on you. That's the highest compliment that you can get from your peers. The highest. They ain't got to say out of their mouth, you're the greatest. But they've always given over the baton to who carried the game during his era. That's an example of what I'm talking about. But we have guys like that in boxing too. But I mentioned that because Drew invited that whole thing about basketball. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But those are my thoughts, man.
We just getting started. Salute to my brother in life. My brother Trick Nolte in the building. He says, salute my bros for life. In the chat, another black guy for the sport. This is up there, Holyfield. This is up there, Holyfield. Lewis won. That was a robbery. Whitaker versus Chavez. The list goes on and on. No way Usyk won. I mean, you know, we're going to talk about it. Delano, I'm going to ask you to delete this comment. This is the stupidest shit I've ever read. I'm not even going to talk about NBA ball. Bro, I lived through the eras, and I've watched LeBron James from day one. All right? For you to say that he avoided Houston twice, that's retarded. So I'm not going to...
For him to say he had no formal challenge.
You didn't watch ball, obviously.
It's imbecilic.
That is ridiculous. Do you know who the Pistons were back then? Do you know who they were?
Damn, the Pistons? What about the Celtics? And the Lakers.
The Lakers. What are we doing here? What are you
the
talking
real
about?
Best teams of the era.
Come on, man. The teams in my day when I watched had an identity. They had an identity. When you said Houston, you thought Hakeem Olajuwon. When you said Utah, you thought Stockton and Malone. When you said Detroit, you thought the Bad Boys. And when you saw them on your calendar, you was ready for war because they were going to beat the shit out of you. It was a different game back then. Today, I can't watch every other play. Someone's laying on the fucking floor. This SDG3 dude, every fucking highlight, he's falling on the floor. Why? Why is he falling on the floor? Who touched him? And the Warriors, they beat the Bulls' regular season record. But didn't they lose in the finals that year? Stop. And I'm not talking ball here. Cut it out. Jesus Christ. The man lost his father. He retired for 2 seasons. Came back, and what happened? 3-peat. Please stop. Stop. All right.
Isn't he much younger?
Who? What?
The one you talking to. Isn't he much younger?
I don't know how old Delano is, but you know, these kids, they get online and they think they could watch highlights of Jordan and understand the game. You didn't watch the games, bro. You've never seen a 6'6" shooting guard put a whole goddamn league on notice. You've never seen that. You thought it was when you saw a 6'9" point guard in Magic, that was like, oh my God, I've never seen that. And then Mike came along and changed the whole fucking game. Don't take my word for it. Everybody who you say is the GOAT, say Mike is the GOAT. Jabbar, you pick him. Bird called Jordan God.
And
what
Larry
are you talking
Bird
about?
was probably the closest thing to a basketball god, to be honest with you. Even though he was a Caucasian man, Larry Bird had more game than damn near everybody in the NBA.
Bro.
Magic Johnson will tell you that.
It's not cooked, bro. I've watched the games all through the 80s and 90s, bro. I was there for it. I was a big NBA fan. You know what's made me stop watching ball? This stupid ass era. Once LeBron went to Miami, I said, what's happening here? What's happening here? Everybody, there's no franchise players anymore. I think the last one is about to leave Milwaukee. That's it. The last franchise player I remember was Tim Duncan. He was drafted by the team that he retired with. That's it. It's over. These kids today, every other play, they falling and throwing themselves in the fifth row. I don't know what I'm watching. I can't watch it. It's unwatchable. I can't do it. So, boxing, please. This goddamn, this whole thing with the league today is trash. And it's Jordan, LeBron James. It's not even close, bro. I don't even really entertain the debate because there is no debate. It's really not. You want to go with numbers or you want to go with what you saw? We could do it. We could do it. It's not going to work, bro. I was knee deep into the league once upon a time. Today's game, I can't watch it. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Everybody's Vlade Divac. Do you know why I say that? If you don't know why I say that, don't talk to me, bro. Do not talk to me. Everybody's Vlade Divac, and it was annoying. If you don't know what I just said, don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. I know you got top 50 players. When they bring up Jordan, they be like, nah, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Come on, get out of here. I want, please. Not my words. So the great ones. So whatever. So anyway, boxing, please. What's a bad stoppage? Last night, let's talk about what we saw last night. Last night, Usyk got exposed, y'all. Where's that conversation? Hold on. Where is that conversation? I haven't seen one video. Usyk exposed. Y'all know if that was any black fighter that was held to a standard and looked like that last night and still won, y'all have been on here talking about he got exposed.
Yeah.
Y'all have been saying he got exposed. Why? Because he got the late round stoppage? Let's talk about the stoppage. Rico got up. The bell sounded. That ref could not wait to wave that damn thing off. I'm like, hold on. Now, I told y'all last night, that's not to say that Rico wins. Because for all we know, he wobbles to the corner. They throw water on him. Yo, Rico, he's going to come and get you now. Maybe he stops him in 12. But give the man his opportunity. He fought his goddamn heart out the whole fight and was winning. He was winning. Oh, I'm sorry. Was he? Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a fucking minute. These are the damn scorecards, y'all. What the bro? Thank you, coach. They didn't be like, oh, he got humbled. And y'all have been talking about how he got screwed, how the opponent got screwed. I know how y'all niggas think. But I'm looking at who's this fool on the left? Manuel Oliver Palomo, and the fool on the right. Fagnan, what's his name? Fagman Guggenheim. Fagman Guggenheim and Manuel Oliver.
Wait,
look at. Do you see? God damn it,
Drew. Cook on Coach Hudson's comment for a minute, please, because that's worthy. That he got right humbled, shit, bro.
Did Usyk get humbled last night? Because I've seen you knuckle draggers talk about how someone got humbled and they still fucking won. I've seen y'all do this. Yeah, he won, but he got humbled. What? I mean, these terms that are reserved for black fighters, bro. Humbled, reserved for us. Usyk was getting his ass kicked. These two scorecards, the motherfucker on the left and the motherfucker on the right, were on the take. Don't want to hear it. Now, dude in the middle, I still think that's off. I only had Usyk winning one round. I think that was like round 9 or something. I had him winning one round. And I'm watching it like, yo, he's getting beat up, man. What the hell? He's losing. He's losing. Now, Chad does, whatever. Didn't I talk to you before? Are you at work today? Didn't you and I have a conversation? Now you're real active in my comment section. You know where this is about to go. Are you at work today? Because I will entertain you today. It's Sunday. It's holiday weekend. Are you at work today? Because we can have a conversation today. You gonna tell me you at work? You gonna tell me you can't click a link? Usyk was getting smoked until Rico made a mistake. And I'm telling you right now, he didn't set anything up. I'm telling you that right now. Usyk didn't set nothing up. Rico made a mistake. He made a rookie mistake. And I said it last night. You can go back and watch the fight. Early in the fight, he had a habit of running in with his head like this. There was no movement. You know, like how Mike Tyson does this on the way in? He didn't do that. Usyk popped him with an uppercut like in round 2 or 3 when he did that. I said, oh, shit, okay, so he won't do that again. Ass, he did it again. And this time, it was later in the fight, and Usyk got some pop, respectable. And he just threw, it was a reaction. Usyk didn't set that up. He just threw it, and it landed. And I'll give him credit for that. 88 Sports talking that super chat. He said, Drew, he not at work today. He had church. Hopefully. Praise God. Chad says, Usyk uppercut is the shit.
No, your comments are shit.
Your comments are shit.
Anyway,
buddy.
We're going to start calling you Chaz Don't. As in, Chaz don't say shit. Okay? Because you come around here and you make these ridiculous statements, but Drew has invited you to express yourself.
I wanted you to come up here and say, Chad, do you want to come up and join the panel and have a conversation? Just tell me. Because I'm not going to keep stopping my show to address your comments. It's clear, because you're 27, right? It's clear you don't know boxing. That's clear. That's clear. But if you want to come up and express yourself, you're free to do so. Let me know. I will drop a link. You can come up, and we can have a conversation like men. If you're not, enjoy the show. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Now, this isn't to drag. Let me be very clear. I'm not dragging Usyk. I'm telling you what we saw. And if you know boxing, now we have to reevaluate how we view Usyk. But you know what? Y'all talking about this, and this was the bridge with the NBA. Y'all accept mediocre shit for excellence. All you kids do it.
Yeah.
I see it in music. There's no real R&B today. Y'all trash.
Mumbling and bumbling.
This mumble mouth rap shit, trash. My name, my fuck this bitch. My name, my mother ain't shit. My name, the bitch got big tits out there. That's how y'all sound. Y'all are trash. Capital T, trash. R&B, trash. Hip hop, trash. Y'all niggas are trash. You motherfucking ball players, trash. You couldn't survive in the 90s and 80s. Trash. Your girls are trash. Every time I'm on Instagram, I can't scroll without some chick walking around with her ass out. Trash. Everybody want to be a guru, a dating guru. Trash. Y'all are trash. This is absurd. And y'all got the nerve. And I almost bought it. Y'all got the nerve to put Usyk in the same sentence as Evander Holyfield because what? They had a similar route, cruiserweight to heavyweight. I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let y'all do it. No, absolutely not. Bullshit. Wait, hold on. Where the Godfather at? Usyk and Evander, the same thing?
Bullshit.
Nah. Negative. Look, man. Usyk is nice by today's standards, and today's standards ain't shit. Because we're watching fighters right now that are trying to prove themselves, and the system is getting in the way of the fucking progress.
Yep. Big time.
And y'all would rather wave pom-poms for people because of how they dress, how they speak, what city they're from, how they wear their hair, and you ignore the work. The only thing I could say about Usyk is that he's emerged from the people who he's fought. But do we really want to talk about the people he's fought? Because you'll have your answer right there. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How about this? You motherfuckers can't name one cruiserweight that meant something that he fought and beat. He was down there undisputed. Name the killer he beat at cruiserweight. I'll wait. Because nobody in here watches cruiserweight boxing. Nobody. Nobody.
There is one. They can't name him, but I can. And I ain't gonna help him.
Hold on. He said, I watched your show you did on YouTube. You said Welterweight KO Usyk, but I don't know anything about boxing. Chad, do you know Usyk ducked Deontay? Derek Chisora is not a fucking killer. He's a punching bag. Stop it. He's a gutsy punching bag. I respect him, but he's not a killer. He's not a killer. He's a gutsy punching bag. Thank you, Steve L. Chad, he ducked Deontay 2 times. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Now, I know now that you're not at work. You're scared to get up here, but I have evidence. You have nothing. You have nothing. I know my brother Oddfella knows. VK, what up? But the average fighter like Chad, the average fight fan like Chad, he can't tell me shit that he did at cruiserweight without Googling it. He can't tell me shit. So he goes to heavyweight and fights Derek Chisora. Wow. Wow. How many times Derek Chisora? Why are you bringing me Derek Chisora but not bringing up how many times he got slept? You do that to everybody else to discredit their resume. You tell me, oh, Deontay ain't fight nobody.
JJ said, let me get these Timothy Bradley biscuits out the oven real quick.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. Now, it's going to sound like I'm hating on Usyk, but I'm just telling the truth. I ain't got to lie on him. Name the killers at heavyweight that he fought. Let's do it. You said Derek Chisora. Chisora's not a killer. He's a dude that'll fight any fucking body. And by the way, thank you, Raw Report. He fought Michael Hunter, and some argue that Mike beat him. Go back and watch it. Everyone says that. I'm like, shit. When I have Mike on the show. Thank you for Googling Murat Gasayev. Thank you for that.
But that's wrong, still.
Thank you. It is wrong. Block mate Uzi, wherever the fuck, 1069, wherever that dude is. Block that dude. Block that dude. Black fatigue, but you on a black channel. Dick sucker. Get my coconuts out your mouth. They're reserved for women only. Bastard sinner. Get him the fuck out of here. Goodbye. Do I have to pull up the evidence?
Hey, guess what?
Huh?
I can't see him. So that means I blocked him already.
Oh, you blocked this dumbass. Good. That's great. That's great. So, hey, Chad, you want me to pull up the evidence that this motherfucker Usyk ducked Deontay? I have it. How about this? We was in Brooklyn waiting for Usyk. He ain't show up. Steve L, am I lying? Am I lying? We was waiting on Usyk to show up at the Barclays. He didn't show up. We was like, what the fuck? Got on the phone. He stopped short in L.A. Like, he's supposed to be here. I called my brother Vasily. I said, yo, Usyk coming to New York. They're supposed to do a face-off. Chad, you don't know who Vasily is. Don't worry about that. He used to work for HBO. He's a Russian translator. He said, oh, I'll be in the Barclays.
Drew, ask me why he didn't show up to the Barclays.
Freedom's marching that super chat. He says, my bro, salute to you, good brother. Why didn't he show up to the Barclays, Stormy?
Because
because now let me go to my channel. Let me go to my channel. Because obviously, in my Roger Mayweather voice, most people don't know shit about boxing, So yeah, I know Wilder's washed up, but he just called him out about a month ago. What happened to that? He changed his mind? Right. Watch this. Wilder will beat the shit out of Alexander Usyk. You prove me wrong. Can't. Let me find the Usyk clip. Now I won't have to do it to you. I don't want to have to do it to you, but I'm going to. Where's that? God damn. Here we go. Here we go. And he was talking to Radio Raccoon. Here we go. So, you pay attention to this.
You will fight Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Who do you believe is the more difficult fight for you?
З Вайлдером.
I think Wilder.
Why?
Чому?
Because
Just because. Well, I hope we get to find out the answer to both of those questions.
Why is Wilder the most difficult fight? That was the question. That was the question, Chad. Bad Chad. That was the question.
now I'm going to tell you why he wouldn't say Wilder is the most difficult fight between them. Because, and that's not a play on his words, but Usyk is a very intelligent man. And though English is not his first language, he still can express himself in English. But in that instance, he adopted a old tried and true sentiment. If you can't say something nice about somebody, don't say it at all. Don't say anything at all. He did not want to give any credit to the natural threat that Wilder presents him as a fighter in the ring. And that's probably his biggest compliment that he could give Wilder. Because you saw how he stepped to Fury 2 times.
Yep.
You saw how he stepped to AJ 2 times.
Yep.
He stepped to the big black buck in drum 2 times. But Wilder, there's a question mark there. You see that Ukrainian style, Lomachenko has it, he has it. Even Giasov, who fought last night against Jack Catterall, he has it. What was exploited by fighters who performed against them well is they don't do good against aggressive fighters. Now, Derek Chisora actually fought very well against Usyk. It's just that Chisora has never been a guy who's been hell bent on getting himself in the most quality of shape or whatever, he has a like a line that he doesn't cross. He will check boxes and he's good with that. He'll come in what he comes in. If he don't have it all that night, you're gonna see it. And when he fought Usyk, he didn't get himself in the best type of shape or whatever what it would require, but you could see the entire fight he was a threat to Usyk. Now imagine if he broke his ass to get in the best of shape. Chisora I'm speaking of here. Now, Usyk has had the pleasure of watching Wilder whoop Chisora's ass. He had just like we did, the seat to sit and watch that the referee helped Chisora all through that fight. His cornerman and everyone. Chisora is supposed to be knocked out in the third round in that fight, you guys. Usyk seen all of that. That's where the second duck comes from, because he really knows that that's going to be a real difficult task for him. And I have to say this, as good a boxer he is not the toughest piece of leather in the division. He's not.
Nope.
And in order to get through a fight with Wilder, you got to be some tough piece of leather. Or be doping, like we've known Fury to do.
Yep.
Because you don't get up from the Bronze Bomber's punches without having a little something extra. You don't.
Let me address this real quick. BPMV, stop it. Anywhere you want to go with the LBJ MJ debate, I'm gonna just dismantle this right here. LeBron ain't get his first ring until he did what? Took his talents to South Beach and connected with 2 All-Stars. Goodbye.
And you might be in the age bracket, but you're nowhere in the zip code of the intelligence bracket. So F+ to you, and sit the fuck down somewhere and listen to some boxing talk.
It's not even close. But back to Chad. Why is Wilder the most difficult fight? Now, prior to this, when he was asked who's the easiest work at the heavyweight division, he said Deontay. And then he changed. Just like a few months ago, he called out Deontay. I'm on the phone with Tay Jones, like, yo, is this real? It's like, yo, we waiting for that phone call. And then it just stopped, and he's talking about Rico. So this is the second time. If Deontay's easy work and it's just a name to get on the resume, go get the name and get on the resume. How could I believe what you say when I see what you do?
Чому?
Because.
Because.
Чому?
Because.
Чому?
Because.
Чому?
Because.
Because Wilder biete bia por zantisnis. He will beat his ass. But no problem. Chomo, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Wilder will beat his ass. And on that note, y'all see the link pinned at the top? Y'all take y'all asses to Rumble. We're going to end it here on YouTube. Click the link at the top, go to Rumble. We're going to finish this off. Oh, we about to get dirty. It's about to get Boss Skaggs low down. Y'all youngsters. Rumble, y'all. The link is pinned. Oh, shit.
Salute to the general.